Welcome to Indulge Magazine Celebrity Chat. I am your host, Lynn Collins, and today we have a very special guest. He's one of the top free safeties in the NFL. He plays for the New York Jets. His name is Kerry Rhodes. Kerry, welcome. How you doing, man?
Thanks for having me today.
Great. Let's get started. This is your third season in the NFL. Training camp is right around the corner. How important is it for you to stay in top shape so you can remain at peak performance?
I mean, that's the big thing. In the off season, you want to maintain as much strength as you have in the following season. So you always want to make sure you're ahead of the game. Me personally, I do extra stuff on my own. I actually box on the side. So boxing's a big thing for me to keep myself in shape. And I mean, being in shape is big. It's key.
Fantastic. How will you prepare differently this season from a mental standpoint than you have in the previous two seasons?
Mental, I think, from a mental side of things, I mean, that's where a player becomes a great player. I mean, you have all your physical attributes, you have all the game experience, but once you really break down the game from a scholar part, from a student, being a student of the game, and break it down, it makes you a better player. So that's the role I'm going to take on.
Okay. And do you set personal goals?
Oh, definitely, yeah. You always got to set goals. I put goals in my mirror and in my locker. I mean, for every year to start off what I want. And most of the time, every time I put goals, I usually achieve them. I mean, when you see something there and it's believable, you can get it and you can attain it. So that's my big thing.
Okay. And with your first regular season game going to be, coming up, you guys going to be playing the New England Patriots, the team that actually knocked you guys out of the playoffs. They made some strong acquisitional deals during the offseason.
Yeah.
How do you think you guys will fare with a powerhouse team such as that?
Oh, powerhouse, huh? They're a powerhouse. Well, they are good. They are a good team. I mean, they've done it for a couple of years now.
Sure.
Won, I think, 3 or 4 Super Bowls. So they're definitely a powerhouse. But we're an up-and-coming team in our division. We're going to try to contend with them as much as we can. I mean, they got Randy Moss, which is great for them. They got Adelius Thomas. So
Yes.
I mean, I'm aware of what they'll be doing too. So it's going to be fun.
Fantastic. And speaking of Randy Moss, you're the last line of defense in the backfield. How big of a challenge will he pose to you, if at all?
I'm gonna keep you politically correct.
Okay.
He's a great receiver.
Sure.
I'm gonna try my best to not let anything happen back there. I'm the last line, and my team depends on me to make the play. So I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay, now the Jets has also made some great acquisitional deals over the season, off-season as well too. Let's take a look at running back Thomas Jones. Good addition coming from the Chicago Bears. Looks like your running game is strengthened up. How do you see him contributing to the team?
I mean, Thomas is a great guy. He came in right away. He fit in with the guys. He came in not trying to be an outcast, but trying to fit in. So I mean, he came in and he's worked hard. And all the veteran guys, I'm a veteran now.
Oh, absolutely.
All the veteran guys, I mean, have taken to him. He comes in and works hard. So he's the guy we're looking for so far.
And you picked up 2 defensive ends as well too, with Kenyon Coleman for the Cowboys and David Bowens for Miami. So you see that defensive line being strengthened from both ends,
Well, it's hard to say right now. We haven't been in pads yet, but I'm sure that the acquisitions we got are key people that we're going to need on our defense. So I'm sure they got something to offer.
So overall, you expect big contributions for these players to see that you're going to go far deep in the playoffs, perhaps.
Oh, I mean, we're going to try. We're going to play hard. We're going to come out and compete, and that's the key. Yeah.
Okay. We know that determination, versatility, heart, and overall performance is very key and vital to teams' competitiveness. Now, looking at the Jets' standpoint of things, how close are the Jets players? Season and off season. You guys pretty close?
That's what really helped us out last year.
Okay.
We came into a year not with expectations real low.
Okay.
So I mean, we came out as a team and we came out and said we're going to come out and be competitive and we're going to try to win games. So I think from a team standpoint, we're a very strong team and that's how we got a couple of wins that we shouldn't have won last year. We were in the running of losing. So
Sure.
Being the team was great.
Now we're going to switch gears for a minute. You grew up in Bessemer, Alabama, where you started playing football at the age of 9. Was this Pop Warner football, or was it just like, hey, this is street ball, we're going to just, start it off this way, and then you gradually built into going into high school playing football? How did that actually start?
It was Pop Warner. I actually had a minister of mine back in the day. His son was the same age I was, and we always used to play touch football in the front yard, and they could see my skills in the early age. So, I mean, it just started from having fun in the front yard, and the minister just told me, why not go out and try out? And I ended up being one of the better players as a kid, and it'll continue from there on out.
Sure. And as you progressed on, you got a little older, you were an honor student in high school. And you were also the man, too, passing 1,500 yards your junior year, 1,600 your senior year, going off to Louisville to play quarterback position. Somewhere, I don't know when that happened, but there was a transition that was made from quarterback to safety. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was going into my second year. They wanted to move me. They wanted to try me at DB. We had 2 other quarterbacks that were pretty good, just like me, and they both actually went to the NFL, so they were pretty good. So the coach saw me playing safety would be a good position for me to get some playing time, and it was tough at first. I wanted to transfer and leave and continue playing quarterback, but actually my dad talked to me and he told me to stay in there and stick it out, and you know your parents know the best for you, and I stayed, and I guess it worked out.
Now, looking at that type of, I guess, transitional change from offense to defense, now I'm thinking from the standpoint of most quarterbacks, if they were going to actually change positions, they would change from maybe quarterback to running back or to wide receiver. Did you see that being a free safety was actually going to pose a challenge, or did you see that was going to be an advantage, knowing that how the quarterback and offensive schemes work?
Well, it definitely was a challenge at first. I mean, from quarterback, the one that's trying to avoid being hit, to being the safety that's coming up and hitting 230, 40-pound running backs, is not an easy transition. So
I can imagine.
It was tough from a physical standpoint at first, and I wasn't that big. I probably was around like 200 pounds, so I wasn't a big guy either. Like right now I'm 220, so I mean I can take that brunt. So,
okay.
But it was definitely tough from a physical aspect.
At what point did you realize in your college career that you would be ready for the NFL?
That's tough. Actually, once I started playing in my junior year, I really embraced the position and tried to run with it, knowing that was going to be the position I was going to play. So I just tried to get better at it and better at it. And actually, I mean, my junior year, at the end, I saw how I stacked up with the other guys, and that was pretty good. So I thought around that time I was ready.
Good deal. At what advice would you actually give to a college player wanting to transition to the NFL? What advice would you tell this person?
The biggest thing I say with that is, I mean, just be confident in yourself. Just know that you personally can get the job done, and don't worry about what anybody else say. Even the reporters or the media, they can give a lot of negative press towards a player. So just stay confident in yourself and know that you can get the job done.
Now, for you, when you went from, of course, college to the NFL, did you notice that the speed of the game is a lot faster, or is it basically comparable to how you were playing in the college level?
Well, it'll fool you, because when you get into the preseason, you know the vets are not playing hard right now. So, you know, I came in and started right away as a rookie, so I was playing with the vets, and they weren't really playing a lot, and they weren't really trying to show their whole repertoire early. So, it fooled me at first. So I was like, okay, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
We played first season. My first season, we played Kansas City Chiefs. First game of the season. They had Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson, Tony Gonzalez, and I was matched up against him. And the first play of the game, Priest Holmes ran a sweep towards me. I'm like, okay, this is a little faster than I expected. So it's definitely a jolt to you once you get to the full speed.
Okay, all right. It also appears that your stats are steadily moving up in the NFL too. What are your predictions for tackles and interceptions for this upcoming season?
Well, I really don't make predictions.
Okay.
I never do that. But like I said, I mean, I'm going to try to improve. That's the big thing. I'm going to try to improve every year, and if I'm improving every year, that means something good is happening for me. So that's how I look at it.
Any predictions going to the Pro Bowl maybe this year, or not even?
I'm gonna keep that as I'm gonna play hard again.
Okay, fantastic.
That one.
What is your greatest strength as an NFL player?
I think my ability to read things early. I think my smarts is a big one too. My smarts and just being able to take chances. I mean, as a player, if you want to be good in the league, you got to make plays. The players that make plays stay around. So, not being scared to make plays and having the confidence to go get the ball.
And your greatest moment to date?
Favorite moment to date in football?
Yes.
I say it's a lot, but it's really not that big. But the first game we played against the Colts, and you know they have the quarterback. What's his name?
Manning.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning.
He called me out. I was coming down for a blitz, and he was like, block Kerry. And the fact that he knew my name and in my second year was a big confidence builder for me.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean that's probably the biggest moment so far.
Fantastic. And who's the best player that you have faced thus far? I guess on maybe a one-on-one matchup, or maybe even.
Well, the best player I've seen, it wasn't a one-on-one matchup, but Daniel Tomlinson.
Okay, all right.
Running back from the Chargers, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good?
He's pretty good.
All right. So growing up, which NFL players did you actually idolize?
Well, mine was Jerry Rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were a 49ers fan?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, you really like Montana as well too, didn't you?
Montana, Young, Brent Jones, Rathman, Roger Craig. Anybody else?
Okay, right now, in your opinion, who do you compare yourself to, free safety wise, position? If you're looking at it from I guess veterans that played the game in the past, or maybe even someone to date, do you compare yourself to anybody?
Nah, I'm changing the position right now.
Okay.
A lot of guys can't do what I can do. I can cover, I can tackle, I can blitz the quarterback. I can do a lot of things that a lot of guys can't. Like some guys are restricted to certain roles, strong safety, free safety, but I'm pretty much can do it. I think I can do it all, so that's probably, I'm going to compare myself to nobody.
Now, since you also have some offense experience going back to your college days, do you think the Jets will actually roll some of that into the season?
You know what? I actually had a play last year on offense, but
Okay.
you know I can't give my secrets out.
Sure.
There might be some Patriots out there. But
All right.
I got some stuff going on.
Okay. Well, listen, I understand that your football skills aren't just the only skills in sports that you had. You were the man in basketball as well, too.
Yeah.
In high school, hey, you were the nominated Metro Player of the Year. You also led you were All-State, and you led your team to the 6A title game.
Yeah.
Now, you also have a cousin in the NBA.
Yeah.
Did he inspire you in the hoop game?
In the hoop game, no, because he always beat me. But because he was so tall, he was just taller than me. If I miss a shot, he would get the ball and just back me down.
But you got the quickness, though. Can you drive past him with the
But if I
quickness?
missed a shot,
That was-
I wasn't getting the ball back.
Okay.
So he's up on me. I won't say how many times, but he's up.
Okay. Eric Mangini, in his second year as head coach. He also was defensive back coach as well as coordinator for the Patriots.
Yeah.
How do you see him now? Really, since he's a strong coach in defense, does that actually weigh in your favor since you're a defensive back? I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, sometimes he puts a lot of pressure on us to perform. I
Okay.
mean, he's always been on the defensive side of the ball, so he knows what he wants to get done, and he's definitely a defensive back coach by heart. I mean, he comes and talks to me all the time to get the other guys going, and he really relishes in the thought of us winning games as DB. So I mean, that's how he takes it.
So he's pretty intense, I take it too.
Yeah,
He's
he's an intense guy, but if you really know him, he's not. He's really not.
Well, hey, staying on Coach Mangini, he's made cameo appearances, appearing in The Sopranos, TV hit series for cable.
Mm-hmm.
You also have some film projects coming yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, actually, I had a cameo in an independent film, Misunderstandings, that I shot actually last year.
Okay.
And now I'm actually doing one soon, The Queen of Media. It's the biopic story of Wendy Williams.
Okay.
So I have that going right now.
Is that are you leading role man in that film?
No. Not a leader, man, but it's a nice little role.
So how did you get your name Hollywood? Give us some.
It just came out the blue. Hollywood.
Give me some background on that.
Well, it's just a phrase that teammates came up with a couple of, during last season.
Sure.
We actually played Monday night, and one of my best friends on the team, he introduced us, and he introduced me as Hollywood, and ever since then, it's been a stay.
Well, listen, man, I must tell you the man, grass carpet to red carpet. I'm sure the ladies are like, hey, you're the man on the film. So tell us, what actor inspires you?
What actor inspires me? Right now, I see a lot of Samuel L. Jackson. He's
Very versatile.
He's very
Absolutely.
different. He's very different. He doesn't take one role. He can play he can play a heroin addict on the street.
He sure can.
He can do that. He can go to
To a detective.
policeman, whatever. I mean, he can just do it all. So I mean, he's very versatile. I like him.
So once you hang up your cleats, do you see yourself maybe producing or directing films, or is that something that you can possibly do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hanging on my cleats a long way from now.
Oh,
I hope.
absolutely.
So,
Sure.
I got
Longevity in the game, for sure. Now, your generosity goes beyond that of the football field. I mean, you have not one but two charities. You have the Rhodes Foundation, and you have Catching with Kids, which, of course, you give back to the community. Tell me, what do these foundations mean to you? And actually, how did you get them started?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, ever since I had the chance, I said I knew I was going to make it to the NFL. I always said that I would give back. And
Okay.
once I got in a position to do it, I wasn't gonna take back on my words or renege on my words. So I got it started. Early. It was slow. I mean, of course. I mean, I was coming into a new season, into a new league, into new surroundings in New York City. So I took my time with it. But I kicked it off last year, and it's starting to be a good success now. I actually had my first annual Rhodes Foundation Celebrity Weekend.
Fantastic.
This month, so it was a huge success as well, and it's been great.
Now, with the two foundations, is one of the foundations to more like mentor the children from a mental standpoint, as the other one is to kind of like build them up physically to enhance their physical health?
Well, they're actually two in one.
Two in one?
The Catching with Kids is just like it's like a subdivision from the Rhodes Foundation. This is just another outlet that I can reach the kids and give back. So the Catching with Kids was actually something I did here in New York, where I went to a high school and I actually spoke to the kids, had fun with them. Then my stamp was Catching with the Kids. So after I got done talking with them and giving them encouraging words, I threw the ball to every kid and they got to throw it back to me, which was the sub part of the whole thing. Was just to create the Catching with the Kids and be a positive influence on them and let them actually interact with me as well. So
now, could you spawn off and actually hold like football camp for these children as well too, perhaps?
you know what? I'm actually gonna invite all the kids I went to the school with to come to a training camp practice. So that'll be a start. So they're gonna come out and have fun in the festivities. So
That's a wonderful thing. So, can you please tell the viewers how they can contribute and what is the contact information that they can donate?
well, you can always go to www.kerryrhodes.com or you can go to www.idealpr.com.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Celebrity Chat. Kerry, thanks for joining us. Indulge Magazine wishes you great success on and off the field and in all your future endeavors. And we're out.